Alright, hi guys, and welcome to another video. This is going to be my first trimester update for this pregnancy. Just a recap on a couple of things. There are no videos of like me tracking the pregnancy with Christopher because for those of you who don't know, I'm not sure if we've ever talked about it in any of the vlogs or any of the videos at all. But basically, long story short, very shortly after getting pregnant with Christopher, Wylie and I, the apartment that we lived in, it flooded. And so we basically lost all of our furniture, some of our belongings, like a lot of stuff had to be replaced, and it was just a lot going on while trying to prepare for a new baby to come. We were like nomads basically. Our insurance covered us staying in hotels for the time period that was supposed to allow the apartment complex to fix our apartment, and they did not fix it. They just kind of like blow dried it, if you will, and was like, okay, you can move back in. And we're like, no, it's literally like still wet in the wall, inside the walls. Thanks to our insurance adjuster, he had this little machine thing, and he was like, yeah, all of this stuff inside, like externally, it looks fine, but you all will get very sick. And you know, he was like, you know, she's pregnant and you're gonna talk about bringing a baby here. This is not safe. You guys don't want to move back in. And so they had to let us out of our lease because we had that proof that it's not a safe living environment. And things like that. So yeah, it was just a lot going on. We were trying to find out where we were gonna move to next. We were trying to figure out, should we just jump and buy a home then, or like wait it out, blah blah blah. It was a whole thing. Okay, so it was just a lot of moving parts going on at that time in our lives. And so I just kept a journal versus trying to record, and then of course like editing and stuff like that. It was just a lot. Okay, so I just have a journal of Christopher's pregnancy. I have it all here, and then I have basically every pregnancy is just listed here. This is my third pregnancy, for those who do not know. I guess we'll just go ahead and get started, but we're gonna start with kind of like my journey to this point, just for a quick background for those of you who may just be joining me, just because, you know, the titles are around pregnancy and other moms might be watching or whatever. So in 2018, I got pregnant, and then before I could even go to my first appointment, I miscarried. So they kind of waited to have my first appointment. It seemed like forever. Of course, the first appointment always seems like it's so far away. And so they kind of had me waiting a little bit, and I called them and was like, hey, I'm actually experiencing some bleeding, a lot of bleeding actually. And so they had me come in like immediately. They checked for a heartbeat. At that point, I should have had a heartbeat, and there was not one. So that's kind of like the short version of my miscarriage story. So that was in 2018. and 2019, exactly 6 months away from the miscarriage, was when I found out I was pregnant with Christopher. And yeah, so then that kicked off all of this wonderful, you know, being excited, being scared. Obviously, you know, just 6 months ago I was in the same predicament and it did not turn out the same. But yeah, so then we had Christopher, and then in 2022 we found out in February that we were expecting again. So this is pregnancy number 3 for me. Just a quick medical background, I guess, if anybody cares. But so way back when I was younger, I was like a teenager, I was diagnosed with endometriosis and PCOS. And so those two combined kind of make it very hard for me to conceive to begin with. And yeah, so last year, 2021, in May of 2021 actually, I had been experiencing like what seemed like a cycle that would not end. It didn't start in May. I just went to the doctor in May. And so I want to say it started maybe in April. And then in May, I was like, why is this cycle not going away? It's super long. It's super heavy. I was like bleeding through clothes. I'm like, what is going on? My cycles have never been extremely heavy. Like, they've just been irregular my whole life. And so I was just like, what is this? So I went to the doctor. They do an ultrasound and find that I have a polyp in my uterus. So they were like, we need to remove this immediately. I have to have emergency surgery. It's a whole thing, right? So I had the surgery. You guys, there's a video of that if you're interested. And everything went well. The results came back from the polyp after they tested it. It was not cancerous or anything of that nature. So thank God for that. And everything was fine. So Wylie and I were trying to get pregnant in 2021, and they told me basically like, oh, this is why you haven't been getting pregnant. And so I was like, oh, okay. And they were like, well, now that this is out, you should get pregnant like that. And so I was like, okay. And so then I guess we kind of just like, we weren't so focused on like, okay, now that this is out, I'm healed from my surgery, everything is fine. They're saying that we should be able to conceive like immediately. We just were like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, okay, we're okay at this point. But I was very sad at the beginning of 2021. I was just like, why am I not getting pregnant? I really want to have another baby now. I feel like the time is now. Everything's great now, you know, whatever. And so yeah, it just didn't happen until February of 2022 that we found out we were pregnant. And so there's a video of that where I found out by myself and was like trying to not scream because I was like, oh my gosh, finally. But I got to like surprise Wylie. So yeah, all right. Now that we've gone through all of that, that took a long time. Sorry, I was trying to give you the short versions of it all. Okay, so I don't want this video to be too long. It should just be like a little recap, you know? So basically, okay, so yeah, I'm looking at this journal entry from when I was pregnant with Christopher to make sure that I included everything in my notes on my phone. Okay. Because I did have ideas of videos when I was pregnant with Christopher, but we just never got there. But anyways, here we are now. So, what made me think I was pregnant / how did I find out was that I had this very intense craving for Funyuns, the chips. And I don't really eat those. I used to eat them as a kid, but I haven't eaten them really since. And it was like really, really bad. So I like had to have Funyuns all the time. And I was very, very tired. And yeah, I was just like, I don't understand what's going on with me. So, yeah. And then like I said, my cycles have always been irregular. So like not having a cycle on time, it wasn't that big of a deal to me. Ever since the polyp was removed, they had been like clockwork, but I was just like, maybe that's come to an end and I'm back to being irregular, which is nothing new to me. So that's kind of like what made me think I was pregnant. And then finding out, I just was like, okay, it's getting a little long that I haven't had a cycle now. Wylie was like joking around about it and he was like, you're probably pregnant, oh. And so I was like, I might be. And so we were laughing about it, like we were just like, it didn't happen like when we wanted it to, so why is it happening all of a sudden out of the blue? But that's when it always happens. It's like when you're least expecting it. And so, like I said, we had taken that pressure off of ourselves of like wanting a baby. And I took the test and I was like, oh my gosh, it's positive. And so, yeah, like you can see in the video, I had to leave the house to go away for a while because I was just like, okay, I want to tell him, I have to tell him today because I can't sleep on this. If I would have waited a little while longer, I would have been able to tell him on Valentine's Day, but it was not gonna work. So yeah, and the symptoms that I experienced with Christopher were fatigue, and then I was extremely thirsty all of the time with Christopher. So that's how the two differ as far as first trimester goes. So I was very tired and thirsty all the time, and I didn't know what was wrong with me. And then this time I wanted Funyuns all the time and was tired all the time. It was like, what is happening? So yes. Okay, on to thing number 2. Any cravings. So I told you guys the Funyuns were my cravings. And then also I've been craving a lot of candy. Yeah, it's really bad. Just a lot of candy. It started out with Starburst, and then it went on to Airheads, and then it went to Now and Later's. Excuse me, and it's gum as well. Like this fruity Trident pineapple gum. Excuse me. I feel like I'm about to get the hiccups. But anyways, sorry. So yes, it's been a lot of candy, ice cream, a lot of sweet stuff. But then also within the last couple of weeks of my first trimester, it was a lot of salty as well. So like the candy switch up, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but like at the end of the last little bit of Now and Later, it tastes a little salty to me, and so that's why I eat those. I can't eat I bought this huge bag of Starburst. You guys might have seen it in a grocery haul. But I bought this huge bag of Starburst, and I can't finish them because they're just too sweet. I need a little bit of salty. So yeah, just been a lot of sweet and salty. More so salty, tapering to the end of my first trimester. Anything else I was craving? Oh, some shrimp Alfredo, but I only wanted it from Olive Garden, and I had never even had it from Olive Garden, so I don't know what that was about. But yes, I did get that. My friend made sure that I got that. I kept trying to get it and stuff kept getting in the way, and so we just made a lunch date. So I couldn't cancel, and we just went. Any food diversions. So yes, literally everything that I'm not craving, I can't eat. So let's see. Mainly it's been drinks that have kind of been like turning my stomach. Yeah, just any drink. So basically the only thing I can drink, we'll just start there, is cran apple juice, water, and grape soda. I cannot drink any other drink because it tastes like I'm eating a lemon peel, orange peel, like any type of citrus. It just has a very citrusy aftertaste, and it just makes me feel like throwing up. So yes, that is weird, but grape soda, for whatever reason, does not have a citrus aftertaste, and I randomly just tried it and was like, okay, well, that's one of the things I can drink. I can't even drink, what is it, ginger ale. It makes me feel very nauseous, so yeah. So my overall symptoms have just been fatigue, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it's expected for pregnancy, but I feel like it's like 10 times worse because I have a toddler at home and, you know, pregnant. And so yes, it's a lot of fatigue. Overall, I have not experienced much morning sickness where I actually vomit or throw up. I'm not gonna go there, but that word is so disgusting. Where I've actually thrown up. I have not I've thrown up one time in my first trimester. And yeah, so much better, because with Christopher it was, which I think is my next point. Yeah, my next point is comparing the first trimesters of both pregnancies. So with Christopher, I was sick up until 14 weeks, which is about, you know, the end of the first trimester, beginning of the second, where I probably threw up almost every day, multiple times a day for whatever reasons. And that's with Christopher that I was very sick. And I just went through a lot of popsicles, trying to just keep my mouth cold, because you know how you get like that hot clammy feeling in your like mouth and stuff, and your mouth starts watering when you're about to throw up. That was like literally all the time with Christopher in my first trimester. So I haven't experienced that as often, and whenever I have, ice cold water has helped me. So you know, I tried popsicles, but it wasn't the same result. But ice cold water, it helped me out a lot in the first trimester. So at least it's something healthy, rather than eating popsicles all the time. But yeah, between the two, I was just a lot more nauseous with Christopher, and this pregnancy I haven't been as sick. So, and then so the differences also have been that while I was pregnant with Christopher, up until like my last month, I worked in office, so I was like around people that had their own scents and things like that, and so that was kind of tough, just because, you know, somebody could heat up their lunch in my area and it would just make me feel like, so I think that was a lot also. It had to do a lot with why I would feel so sick as much as I did with Christopher, versus now I'm at home and it's not, you know, I don't have someone's cologne or perfume. Like if Wylie is going to wear cologne, I can be like, hey, don't put that on, I can't put that right now, or anything like that, you know? So I think that was a lot of why I felt as sick as I did with Christopher, just being around other people and not being able to control the environment as much. But this time around, I've been able to control, you know, burn a candle if I need to, or not have one on, or, you know what I'm saying? It was just a lot more within my control. And then, yeah, just it's different because I have a toddler this time. So, yeah, it's just been great to have the husband that I have because he is, I mean, top tier, okay? He is really, this is gonna make me very emotional, but he is really, I do not want to cry, y'all. Wylie has really just been amazing. He was amazing with Christopher, but it's, like I said, a lot different when you have a toddler and you're pregnant, and it's a lot. Although, like I said, working from home has been a game changer as far as being pregnant and not having to get up and physically go somewhere for the day and things like that. So although this pregnancy should be easier, it's still kind of tough in a sense. And, you know, Wylie's just really stepped up to the plate, because there are times where it literally just doesn't work for me to help with anything, and he's made sure that things have gotten done. And I don't have to even say anything, you know. Sometimes I can assist with bath time and the bedtime, nighttime routine with Christopher, and sometimes I can't, and he'll just bring Christopher up to me after he's gotten him all clean and ready to go, and he'll just say, you know, tell mommy to feel better, give mommy a kiss, and, you know, he'll take him off to bed, and, you know, it's just been great having someone, you know, to do this with, because it is a struggle. I couldn't imagine if, you know, he wasn't here to help. But yeah, it, you know, has been a great first trimester. I'm really excited. I'm currently sitting on the floor in the baby's room, which used to be our workspace. We are transitioning it to a nursery. So yeah, I'm excited about that. This is about to be an empty canvas for me to have so much fun decorating. We moved into our apartment where we brought Christopher home to like 2 months before he was born, and so it was like, oh my gosh, so hectic trying to get everything put together. I mean, it still came out to be a nice nursery, but it wasn't like everything that I was expecting to have or wanting to do, decoration wise and stuff like that. We had literally everything that we needed for sure, but just as far as like furniture colors and things like that, I was like, I mean, we'll make it work, it's okay. So I'm excited this time around to be able to decorate a nursery and, you know, just start off with a fresh slate. So we have a couple of things that need to be taken out, and then we will clean the carpet in here. It's not dirty, it's just to freshen it up, make sure it's the absolute best. And then we're gonna start decorating. So yes, you guys will be a part of that journey as well. But I feel like I'm rambling now. I do want to say thank you to my husband. I kind of cut myself off because I really did not want to start crying, but I do want to say thank you to my husband for everything. And it means so much to me to have a husband that is so gracious with me, so patient with me, is so understanding of what it means to be pregnant, although he doesn't know from experience, but just the way that that he treats me on a regular basis is like magnified times 1,000 when I'm pregnant, and he's just like catering to my every need, basically just waiting on me hand and foot, asking me before I can even think, you know, of anything. And it's so much so to where my 2-year-old is the same way. And I am just so thankful for you, Wylie. I am so grateful for you. You're literally one of the best things that's ever happened to me in this lifetime. And thank you. Thank you for being who you are to your core, no matter where you are. And yeah, so thank you again. I'm sorry guys, I'm really trying to hold it together. So yes, oh, a bump shot. Okay, so this is what we're working with. Oh, all right, so this is where we are for first trimester. In the first trimester, the shirts are starting to not do what they need to do anymore. So we are going to move on into the dresses for this next season because it is getting warmer anyways. I'm gonna have on shorts today, but it just makes sense to wear a dress because I'm growing very fast. Oh yes, they also said that I will grow faster because I was recently pregnant 2 years ago. So that's why the bump is out to play very early, because my stomach didn't pop until my second trimester with Christopher, but that is not the case this time. At all. And yeah, so it's been exciting because obviously it's kind of hard to explain to a 2-year-old having a baby when you don't look like you're having a baby, but he can tell like there's something in there because why she keep getting so big. Anyways, this video is getting way too long. Thank you guys for watching. We will be back with another video soon about a doctor's appointment, I'm sure, or a vlog of some sort, whatever. I'm losing my train of thought. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Hi guys. Hi. This may be fun. It says ball.
Do you mind? Hi guys.
Hi guys. Hi guys. Hi.
Okay, no, can you watch out? Okay, you want to sit with me?
Me?
Okay, so hi guys.
Hi guys.
This is going to be a first trimester.
Semester book.
Christopher, can you play quietly? Come over here and say hi.
Hi. I got cards.
You got cars. All right, that's awesome.
Boom, 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 boom.
Vroom, 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 vroom.
But guys, bus cars.
Wow, bouncing cars. Okay.